Hey. The sheriff cheated this week.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I took
What
it. You saw me. You saw
I
me.
saw it.
I started right.
No,
I did something
Hey,
wrong,
man,
bro.
you know that's what's wrong with us. We can't accept defeat, man. we just can't accept defeat, man. Did you see that?
I saw that.
Trump, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that?
Oh,
Court? Who won? Thank you, baby.
Hey, listen.
Thank you.
It's the first one. We gonna give you a round of applause, Sheriff.
Give the sheriff a round of applause.
Hey, that count for a round of applause.
Give the sheriff a
We'll
round
get
of
a round of applause,
applause.
y'all. Huh?
Let me tell you my secret.
What happened?
I've been taking lessons.
No. I'm gonna tell you his secret. No,
I've been taking lessons.
No, the secret is I let him win this week.
Oh, man. We cannot
Yeah.
accept
Man,
defeat,
I
man.
let you win this time.
Hey, man.
I
I
was
did.
coming last place, bro.
You know I could get you. I let you win this
No,
time.
no,
you know
no.
it.
I caught
No.
a long time ago, though,
No,
man.
no.
And I was,
Hey.
man, I'm wide open.
We can't accept defeat, man.
Yeah.
We just
Man,
can't.
what the
We
word,
got
man?
some sore losers, man. I know what I'm gonna trip him up when he leaves here. Andre Bronson won tonight.
God, I can't
Am I
believe
right?
it, bro.
I let
Did you
this-
see that?
Listen,
I saw it.
You saw it.
I had
And you
to
know
let
I
the-
started, and you know I started when you started.
I had to let
Yeah,
let
but
my
the
sheriff
rest of
win.
it happened, dog.
I had to
Ain't
let
got
my
computer.
sheriff win.
I
had
gotta
to
put
let
it
my
on
sheriff
something. My
win.
computer not here.
Hey,
You know what? Yeah, I gotta put it
pat
on
myself
something.
on the back.
There you go.
Hey, we gonna get on with this here 100.7 FM WUBZ with DJ Booty Rush and Hear Me TV. Tuskegee Virtual TV, channel 181 in town, channel 19 on camera with Pat Wallace, director, Kimberly Wright, and Jordan.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we need to let Pat be the director no more. Pat is a sore loser, ain't he? Pat is a sore loser.
No, the last time we did this, somebody unplugged my microphone.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, but y'all know one thing though.
What's that?
It's the second week you lost, brother.
Second week in a row, he
No.
done lost.
Last time.
He lost his title, man.
Yes, sir, brother. That's
Man,
2 times in a row.
That's 2 times in a row.
Yes, sir,
No,
brother.
y'all
He lost
cheated.
his
Y'all cheated twice.
Hey.
Hey, do we say he cheated when we lose though?
No,
we say cheat?
everybody in the
y'all-
audience saw that.
Y'all
Right.
unplugged my microphone. Y'all
Everybody
cheated.
in the audience saw that.
Booty Rush saw
We
that
look at here.
microphone.
We ain't thinking about Pat right now. We thinking about beautiful Macon County
There
and
you go.
everybody.
That's right.
And
That's right.
everybody in the listening
Let me
area.
tell you.
we gonna think about them and talk about them. What the beautiful people here.
That's right.
And what they see here at WUBZ.
That's right.
That's right.
100.7.
And
100.7.
channel
That's what we
181.
gonna
That's
talk
right.
about. And channel 181.
That's right.
And CBT.
CBTV
There you
in the
go.
building.
That's
In the
right.
building,
Right. We
y'all.
gonna think about that.
And
How
channel
everybody
19 on
doing here in
campus.
Macon
Channel
County?
19 on campus. That's
How
right.
y'all doing? How y'all doing, Macon County? Great night tonight. I won, and I'm feeling good. I'm happy, and I just want to say, welcome to the show tonight.
Yeah.
How you doing, everybody on Facebook Live? How
Yeah.
y'all doing? Pat cutting up tonight, always in rare form, especially when he lose. But we gonna get on with the sheriff report before Pat be on the sheriff report.
Hey, I let the sheriff win. Look, I gotta give the sheriff some.
Okay.
He gotta win
He
every now
gotta
and
win
then.
every now and then.
Yeah.
But it's the first window. It's
Yeah.
the first one.
Hey, you know.
You
Hey.
gotta feel good about that one.
That's
though.
right. That's right.
Okay, we're gonna let him slide. Between the dates of April the 26th and May the 2nd, the Macon County Sheriff Department received 298 volunteer fire transmissions, 1,354 landline calls, 373 E911 calls, and 1,299 radio transmissions for a total of 3,334 contacts.
Okay. That's not
So
too bad.
that ain't too bad.
Ain't
But
too bad.
we up just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the complaints were up this week.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
So on 426 County Road 81, we had a cruelty to animals. How can you be
man.
cruel to animals?
Come on now.
On 426, 3803 West Martin Luther King Highway, we had contraband at school.
Oh,
426 County Road 81, criminal mischief. 426 Fannin Lane, shooting to an occupied dwelling. 427, we had arrest for attempted murder.
Wow. Oh wow.
428, we had arrest for failure to appear. 429, Picola Road, we had domestic violence third.
Oh, man.
429, we had arrest for a failure to appear. 430, Franklin Road, possession of marijuana. 430, U.S. Highway 80 East, theft of property. 430, County Road 87, we had an unauthorized use. 430, U.S. Highway 29 South, we had a theft of property fourth. On 4/30/2/19, we had an arrest for a probation violation. On 5/1, County Road 5, we had a theft of property. 5/1, U.S. Highway 199, we had an unauthorized use. And 5/1, Mendigar Road, we had an unauthorized use.
Okay.
Unauthorized use means somebody taking somebody's car without their permission.
Right.
Something like that. It could be, you don't take nobody's car without their permission.
Yeah.
You know, that's not good, but it's just short of a theft.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But unauthorized use, a little bit less of a charge.
Right.
These failures to appear, you fail to go to court, we going to come pick you up and arrest you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If they ask you to come to court, you need to come to court because we're definitely going to arrest you.
Right.
You know, man, the tough ones.
We hate that domestic violence.
You know, we hate that.
We can't. And that cruelty to animals, man, that really sucks.
Yeah, that does.
That really sucks.
That's something that you don't have to do and you don't need to do.
Yeah.
You know, and also shooting into an occupied dwelling, man, that's a very, very tough and dangerous charge.
Right.
There.
Anybody can
Right.
get hit.
Anybody can get hit.
Exactly.
Especially innocent people.
Right.
That's right.
So we
Children,
definitely need to stay away from that.
Definitely.
And we definitely try to be everywhere. We definitely try to prevent these things. You know, being proactive is the best thing, and that's what I tell my guys. We try to ride everywhere, try to be on the county roads, but guess what? Somebody's still not gonna see us.
Right. Yeah.
You know, but we try to switch up and we try to ride. And this is a very, very big county.
Right.
You know, it's 600 and something square miles, almost 700 square miles.
That's large.
Yeah,
That's a large. That's a
big
large
county.
rural area that we try to cover.
Right.
Yeah.
And to do that, you know, we try to make sure we got the vehicles and the manpower to do so.
Y'all got
and
it,
I
too.
think the guys do a great job trying to run.
Yeah.
I'm trying to run this county, I would say.
Right. I see them everywhere.
But you see them everywhere. But
Right,
still,
right.
somebody gonna say they don't see them.
Right. See them everywhere.
You know,
man.
and that's hard.
Right.
And I try to tell them definitely we trying to ride and we try to catch your area the best we can. But we try to be there, but sometimes it's hard.
Yeah.
But we
see-
definitely do the best we can.
You can't be
getting all
everywhere
over
at the
county.
same time.
I
You
see them
can't.
so much, I thought they following me.
I know.
I said, that's a different
I know,
truck.
right? I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But y'all everywhere, though.
Yeah, we try to be
everywhere, man. Everywhere.
Definitely
all
got
over the county.
definitely got some great guys that's dedicated to what we're trying to do at the
Yeah.
sheriff department for this community.
Absolutely.
You know, and just being proactive and trying to be visible is the best thing.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to continue to do that. And if you have any complaints, please let me know. If you don't see any deputies still, please let me know.
Right.
And I try to tell you where they are and try to make sure they hit your areas too.
Right.
You know, we're going to do the best we can and we're going to continue to ride and try to take care of this community.
Yeah.
And it's just unfortunate that some things still happen. But it's not because of the lack of effort from us.
That's
and
right.
the lack of effort from you as a community, because I think the community has kind of come together on these crimes.
Right.
You know, we hate to see people hurt. We hate to see people property damaged. We hate to see, you know, thefts. We hate to see murders and stuff like that. And we have to depend on you to help us out with what's going on in the community.
Absolutely.
And everybody needs to know that.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just say, hey, the sheriff department not doing this or the police department not doing this, when we definitely depend on you for your help.
Right.
And it's a combined effort to keep this community and this city and this county safe.
Right.
And everybody want to be safe, and it's not fair for some people to say, oh, they not doing nothing. But when we ask you, you don't want to tell us nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
When you see something, you don't want to help the community and getting their stuff back. You don't want to help the community with these murders, because pretty much people know something
Absolutely.
or see something.
Yeah, everybody knows
And
something.
you can't say
Right.
that I don't want to get involved, because if it happened to you or your family, you want the other people to get involved.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we got to do better with that aspect of it, and I think we have been doing a lot better.
Yeah.
But I hope y'all trust me to do what I'm supposed to do, and I know most of you do. You know, to trust me to know that I'm trying to do the right thing.
Right.
And I'm going to definitely do the right thing to protect this community and you.
Right.
Right.
So please, if y'all know some of any of the crimes, please let us know. And I also want to let the people know that the people that have past incidents, we hadn't forgotten you.
Right.
We're still working on them and
Right.
want people to come forth and let us know on these past murders or these past burglaries or anything that you can help us with, because these families are still out there grieving and they deserve closure
That's right.
to whatever has happened.
That's right.
And you can definitely call us at any time. And, you know, I'm so thankful that I think a lot of people, most people trust me in the community, have a good relationship with most of the people in the community. And they know me from the schools, being there for 23 years as the school resource officer.
Right.
Think I've gained a lot of trust and a lot of insight into the families here.
right.
And they know I'm going to try to do the right thing.
That's right.
And that's one of the things we're going to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
thing we're going to talk about is community relations.
That's right.
Community relations.
Absolutely.
And we're going to talk about what that means to us.
Right.
Yeah.
And let them give us a definition of what that
Right.
means. But hopefully everything will be all right.
Yeah. And listen, before we get really deep into this conversation, I want to bring in the Tuskegee University interns.
Okay.
And
All right.
This
We'll
is
take
this
time
is,
to do that.
This is their last time being with us. And
Really?
so we're celebrating them. We just had pizza. We're chilling. Come on in, y'all.
Okay, we're gonna do the
We
drop
gotta-
while they come in.
Yeah, we're gonna do the drop. Yeah,
We'll do the drop while they come in, y'all.
Hey, Tuskegee, make sure you watch the Macon County Sheriff's Report with Sheriff Andre Brunson every day at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. on Tuskegee Virtual TV, Channel 181 in town, and Channel 19 on the TU campus, hosted by DJ Booty Rush. Be sure to check out our live stream every Thursday evening on YouTube at Tuskegee Virtual. We're keeping Tuskegee in the know.
And you know this. And you know this.
All right, we're back. We're back.
So check this out. I've had Aaron, Jocelyn, Margaret, and Shyla for the last semester, and they did a really, really good job of running Tiger Time. And so as they go into their journey on in endeavoring in their careers, I want to wish them all well, because they really were our best group we've ever had.
Right.
You know, you've been with me for the last couple of years,
I
and they
agree.
really, really came through for us. So I wanted to thank you guys and wish you guys really, really well in your futures.
You gonna give them a round of applause?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, we
and
get-
don't be a
Give them a round of
stranger.
applause.
Get around.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah, that's
the only
right.
thing I'm gonna say negative, I didn't get no pizza.
Is
pizza
no-
gone?
is
I
no more
didn't get no
pizza left?
pizza.
The
It go-
pizza's gone. They,
go,
they
bye-bye.
cleaned it
Wow.
up.
It's
Wow.
all good though.
Booty Rush, did you get some pizza?
I ain't getting that.
Swamp, you get some pizza?
I mean, that's why I lost.
That's why I lost.
That's why you lost.
Is that why I lost?
Well, we're
Is
gonna
that
let
what
it
you
slide
did?
this time. Hey, we know who ate all the pizza.
Hey,
Yeah, well,
We know who ate all the pizza.
thank you guys. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
appreciate it.
And don't be a stranger. We do this
Thank
every
you.
Thursday.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
y'all.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Great
Oh
group.
yeah.
Yeah, great group.
Great group. Oh yeah.
Great group.
and all the groups that you had here was really, really
We've
great.
always had
But
good
the
people,
talent
yeah. Oh, yeah.
change up the talent.
Yeah.
get
We've
better.
always had good
You know what I
people.
mean?
Oh, yeah.
All of them was good.
Oh, yeah.
All of them was good.
But that's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
But
And,
that's why I let the sheriff win today.
listen to that. Hey man, we still talking about that, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call my guys and arrest him. We gonna arrest Pat Wallace.
Y'all
So
ain't
lose
look,
charge.
hey, look,
So
you,
lose
you,
charge.
look, you ain't gonna be able to hold me.
Yeah. We can hold you.
No, you can't hold me.
Oh, we gonna hold
No,
you.
you gonna.
Yeah, we gonna hold you.
Look, I'll pencil whip you.
All right.
Oh yeah.
We
Back to our subject
Okay.
on community relations. You know, we're just talking about the community here. We're discussing Macon County tonight. We're talking about Tuskegee tonight.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna ask the instigator first.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on a minute. I gotta also say we got Captain Swanson here tonight.
In the building. Y'all
We
give him
got
a big
Captain
warm
Swanson
welcome.
in the
y'all.
building tonight.
We got to give him a big warm welcome, y'all.
That's right.
Yeah, we got Cap
Yeah,
in
we
the
got
building, y'all.
Cap. Well, and you know, he's a very, and doing the things that he's done, man. He's always impressive, man. And I'm so lucky to get him back here to work with us and have been working with me for the past 4 years. And he does a great job.
Right.
You know, man, we started our program with the EMTs, and he's over that. And we have had some guys graduate, and we're working on that program still.
Okay.
We talk about our SAP program. He's over, you know, our senior assistant program. That he, just a great guy, man.
Yeah.
And my frat brother, my friend.
Fat boy.
Yeah, our frat brother, my friend.
Yeah, okay.
So, Swanson, I'm glad you're here, man. We're gonna talk about some community relations and things like that. But first, I'm gonna let the instigator give us his definition of what community relations is.
Hey,
Okay,
hold
okay.
up. We got to release you first because you can't talk while you on the leash, bro.
No, you can't talk while you're on
Can't
the
talk on the leash. Hey, we finna release the instigator, y'all.
There you go.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Yeah,
You're officially released.
He really watch what he say.
Oh,
though.
you better watch out now.
Hey, just give me kind of your
Okay.
your definition of what.
Okay. So
Community relations.
when we talk about community relations, this is something that we have been talking about on this show for a long time.
Absolutely.
Now, the reason why I created the show in the first place is to show law enforcement in a totally different light. Right. Okay. We started this. It's been a little over 2 years now.
Right.
March 19th made 2 years. Right. So we're a little over 2 years. Community relations is that whole process of the community being comfortable with law enforcement. You see?
Yeah.
And to see us on television every week, to see us being human beings.
Right.
We're, you're seeing our flaws. You're seeing us to be human.
Right.
That makes a lot of difference
Right.
when you are portraying yourself to the community in a positive way.
Right.
And you're letting people know that this is what we do.
That's right.
That we care about the community. It's not about looking for bad things or looking for trouble. It's about protecting the community.
Absolutely.
See, and this is what I've said for a long time, is when law enforcement has as its mandate to take care of the community and not to be punitive, you're not looking for trouble. You see what I'm saying? You're looking for the good in people.
Right.
This is what I think that this show makes a difference when we talk about making a positive impact on the community.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? Because the thing is, law enforcement has been, and I know this from firsthand experience, law enforcement has gotten a bad name here, especially lately in the last few years with all these high profile killings and all this different stuff. So when law enforcement presents itself in a totally different way, as a protector of the community and not somebody that's trying to come in there and cause trouble. They're trying to solve the problem.
Right. Absolutely.
So when you portray yourself, when community relations involves you putting on a positive light onto the community, that makes a lot of difference. You seem, I mean, think about all these other communities in this state. Now, here's the instigator coming out. Okay, Lee County sucks. Montgomery County sucks when it comes to that kind of relationship. They don't have that positive community relationships. I have had so much trouble in those communities. Okay, I know that these guys mean well, and I know that they want to do the best for the community. But when you have officers that are looking for problems, when they see a black man like me and they look for trouble, that's not good. They don't know me. I don't break the law like that. I don't do that kind of stuff. But they look at me like I'm a criminal in these other communities. And that's why I say, you know what? I got to say it. I gotta say it because
Tuskegee
I have never had a good incident or encounter with Lee County or Montgomery County law enforcement. In Macon County, I've always had a positive experience. Always. Even when I was going a little fast, I might have, gone through the stop sign a little fast.
Right.
They've always been polite but firm. They have never been rude to me. I have never had that experience in Lee County or Montgomery County. It's always been a rude kind of experience.
Right.
So I'm saying community relations has to do with how your officers handle the people. And when I was in that briefing, you were there at that briefing when we were at the rodeo.
Yeah, right.
The way that the sheriff told us to handle these folks and how to deal with them was a perfect example of community relationships.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I don't see that. I have never experienced that anywhere else.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I got to give a shout out to my sheriff for being like that and having a totally different relationship.
That's right.
Give him a round of applause.
We got to give him a round of applause.
Please give my sheriff a round.
Here we go.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you handle the community in a totally different way. You care about the people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You go out there, you meet with these kids, you meet with the elderly, you deal with these folks in a totally a personal way. It's not a punitive thing.
Right.
A lot of law enforcement all around the country a lot of them are handling people in a punitive way. And that's the difference. It's not about protection. It's about punishing people.
Right.
And see here,
On site.
I don't feel like that here.
Right.
I don't feel threatened and I don't feel a threat of being punished.
Right.
Well, you know what? You know, to be honest with you, it's all about respect.
Yeah.
And one thing I know, to get respect, you got to give.
You got to give it. That's right.
You know, but I tell people, I still have a job to do.
That's right.
I'm gonna give you all the respect I can, all the respect you need.
Right.
But I still have a job to do.
Got a job to do.
Sometimes I have to tell people, though, if you come at me crazy, you're gonna get crazy.
That's
Hey.
right. That's right.
But I give you the opportunity to do the right thing.
That's it.
Because I'm the sheriff.
That's right.
You know, the buck has to stop right here.
Right. Right.
And I gotta win. You know, if I come say you got to go to jail, you got to go.
You got to go.
Yeah.
And if you're
gotta
gonna
go.
fight me on that, I'm gonna fight to the last man.
That's
There
right.
you go.
You know what I'm saying? Because somebody got to stand up and do the right thing.
Absolutely.
And I'm
Right.
not afraid to.
Right.
But what I tell people, we can talk about this. And I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
Absolutely.
Everybody that you sign a warrant on is not guilty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Every person that has done something bad might have had a reason to do what they did.
Right.
It might not be a great reason, but they might think it's a good reason. So you talk to them and give them the benefit of the doubt,
Absolutely.
but you let them know, hey, this is how it has to be right now.
Right.
I'm
Right.
with you. I'm going to respect you. I'm going to treat you right, but
Yeah.
you got to come with me right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When you get to the jail, I'm going to respect you. We got to play this out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not the judge. I'm not the jury. Let
That's
them
right.
decide.
Yeah.
I'm not out there to handle you wrong. I'm not out there to disrespect you, but I do have a job to
That's
do.
right.
But I'm going
Job
to tell
to
you,
do.
it made a big difference to me when I was out there at that makeshift jail when we were at the rodeo, right?
I did make a jail, didn't
No,
I?
I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it was very telling when we talk about community relations.
Right.
The young man from Athens, Georgia, had been in a fight, beat somebody up, or whatever the situation was. They brought him to the makeshift jail. And the way that they handled him, the guy said, you know what? Y'all are the most polite
Yeah, he did say
officers that we've ever seen.
He did say that.
He said, if I was in Athens, Georgia, they would have beat my butt.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and then throw me in the jail. But I said, you know, this is how we do things. You know, you got to be human beings with people. You got to treat people like they deserve.
You have to.
Yeah, you got
You
to
have
treat people
to.
like
You
human
have
beings
to.
instead of like animals.
Right.
You know, because you're the strongest don't mean you got to show people.
Yeah. That's
right.
You're the strongest in that way.
That's right.
You know, my guys know when it's time to throw down, it's time to throw down.
Yeah.
But that's short and few.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's short and few. I would rather not tell my guys. And we had a thing the other day over at the complex. We was on a little talk thing on the panel. And I totally told a young lady, you know, we just choose not to handle people this way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Got kind of crazy over there. Young lady said, we don't need police. We don't need guns. Why do y'all carry guns? Want to abolish the police and all that stuff. That's not the way this
that's
society is designed.
That's madness.
You know, we need police.
Yeah.
We need somebody
have
to
it.
keep the balance
That's right.
and what's going on.
That's right.
But we don't have to be bad police to do that.
Absolutely.
My community relations is, you know, I love talking to people. I love bringing these programs to help people. And we sit around talking about how we can help this community,
Yeah.
these programs and helping people. And we try to keep a good community relation
Right.
with the people in this county, in this community. And I don't want it to ever be bad. Now, does everybody like Sheriff Brunson? No, I know they don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's okay.
Right.
And to me, that is very okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm still going to do my job.
Yeah.
And please let me do my job.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? The only thing I ask, leave my family alone, leave my wife alone, leave my kids alone, and let me do my job.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all we can ask in a community like this. And when you are the sheriff or you're a police officer or deputy sheriff here, it's a dangerous job.
It's dangerous.
And you can
It's
make
dangerous.
a lot of enemies doing what you're supposed to do.
That's right.
But the people who know how society is supposed to be run, I hope they can respect that.
That's right.
And say this man trying to do his job.
That's right.
Why mess with his wife? Why mess with his kids? Why mess with anything?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now that I won't have.
That's right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as far as my job in the community, I love the community. I'm just a people person.
That's right.
Love talking to people, love trying to do what's
And you
right.
got to be a people person.
You got to be a people
You got to be a people
and
person.
you got to be understanding.
understanding. Yeah.
And genuinely love people.
Love people,
That's
man.
it.
So
It ain't cut out for everybody.
I appreciate all the comments about how I handle people, but
Right.
that's just me.
Yeah.
And I want my deputies and everybody to handle people the same way. I think we have good community relationships with the community.
Right.
And we're going to continue to do that. And if you find it any different, please come let me know.
That's right.
And I definitely address it.
Right.
But I know I got Captain Swanson here, and I'm going to ask
I
him the
know that's
same
right.
thing about community relations. What does that mean to you, Cap?
Well, you already know when I came back for the reason of trying to make Tuskegee a better place.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you asking me to be here and coming back to try to make a difference. I mean, we work on programs. A lot between he and I, and sitting down to contemplate how we can make this. They can't see you yet. Oh, they can't see me? Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Right there.
There you go.
How we can make this place a better place for everybody.
Right.
When they visit. And I can remember when I did a paper back in school, and it was on community discipline. But just to answer what the sheriff just asked me, I wrote down something, and it might take me a minute to get through it because I might explain a little bit as I go.
Okay, go ahead.
You know, for me, for community relations, is quality communication. And that's what Pat just got through discussing. That's what the sheriff is all about. And that's what it's all about, period.
Right.
I mean, when I say communication, I'm talking about from every aspect, from when we get visitors here.
Right.
When we get, and the ones who are elected.
Right.
And a lot of times when they forget that they are elected, and because they were elected to do a job, and that job is for us.
Right.
You know, to make this place a better place.
Right.
So that people want to visit, people want to come, and we want to retain some of the students and some of our children. Instead of going somewhere else, we want to retain them. But when you get in there and you forget about the mission
Right.
and the vision
Right.
of what you actually were elected for.
Right.
One thing about it, Booty, you can hate me
Right.
all day.
Right.
You don't have to like me,
That's absolutely.
but I know it's different, you know, between you and I.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if
Right.
all of us sitting right here were elected officials, you don't have to like me. Nobody here have to like me.
That's right.
However, when we get around the table, we got to take care of business.
Got to
There
be able
you
to work
go.
together.
and work together for the community,
Because they're bigger than you.
and not take sides like I'm on your side and them three on the other side, or them two, or them, however it might be.
Right.
Because we're not going to grow. We're going to suffer.
That's right.
Yeah, we gonna
That's right.
suffer.
And
That's
it's
right.
going to get bad.
That's going to get bad.
So just getting back into that definition of quality communication between community leaders, citizens, employees, students, and visitors
Right.
Yeah.
in an effort to progress toward partnership,
Right.
accountability, and I'm so big on accountability,
Right.
stability, and growth.
Okay.
Yes.
Because if you don't communicate, that was my first word. If you don't communicate, you're not going to move forward.
Absolutely.
You're going to have to sit at the table and communicate.
Right.
Look each other in the eye, you men, you women, and let's do what's best for this community.
That's right.
Because if you look around, it looks kind of bad.
You look bad.
It look bad. And then you start to point fingers, and when we shouldn't be pointing fingers, because we had to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do.
That's right.
You ain't got to like me,
That's right.
but we put you there for a reason.
Right,
That's all
right.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
And
that's it in a
well
nutshell.
said. That's well said.
Right.
That's it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And that's what a community relation. It can go deeper and broader. You expand on it.
Right.
But that's the big nutshell
Right.
of making sure that we communicate,
Right.
and therefore everything is accountable for us. But
Absolutely.
we need to know.
Right.
You know, and you can look back right now at a few years, and you can say what has been done.
Yeah.
You know, I had a person, we was on, because the sheriff had different people in different locations around the community, and I was up at PNC Bank. And right there, because he had one of the other captains that was just there out front. And I was just there talking, and somebody just walked across the street from California, and they were just inquiring what to eat.
Right.
You know, they were so excited.
Wow.
They were so excited to be here to visit Tuskegee.
Right.
Right.
And one of the things they said was, this place not what I thought.
Right.
You know, what I saw on the internet, what I saw, and what I'm, what I heard about, I'm not getting it.
Right.
So we got work to do.
Right.
We have work to do. That's just two of many. It was a husband, wife, Caucasian from California, just visiting. passing through because they heard about Tuskegee.
Right.
So therefore, what are we doing wrong? Let's correct it.
Right.
Right.
We got to correct it, man,
Yeah.
because not only them, it's others visiting.
That's right.
What are we doing wrong?
That's right.
Because now when they walked in, they say it's not what we thought.
Right.
We're doing something wrong. That picture's supposed to be like wow factor.
Right.
This is Tuskegee.
This Tuskegee, Alabama. The
Right.
pride. This is pride.
Yeah.
We got to get it back.
Yeah. You got to get it back.
We gotta get it back.
I'm going to piggyback off that right there, too, as well. If you got anybody that come from out of town, the first person they're going to look for, if they don't know anybody, is law enforcement.
That's it. They walk straight over to it.
They walk, because you're
walked
supposed
over
to
to
be
us.
approachable. You know what I mean? Not only just because they got a problem, they might just need some direction. You know what I mean? And by being law enforcement, like, if you're not doing anything, look, okay, you go here, you go there. Well, I don't understand what you take them. Take them.
You spoke with
Tell say, look, hey, follow me.
Yeah,
and I
right.
take you right to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
That's
right.
what we do. You know what I'm talking about? As law enforcement, you do that. You know what I mean? Go outside of just arresting people and a person shooting and they got to go arrest, take them to jail.
It's bigger than that.
It's bigger than that.
It's bigger.
It's bigger, way
It's a
bigger than
bigger
that, man.
picture.
That's, you don't want them so bad that they'd be scared to even come approach you
Right.
as a law enforcement officer.
Yeah.
You know, it's real sad when it get like that.
You know, after we got through communicating, I did tell them, I said, thank you for visiting our city.
Right.
And they said, thank you.
Right. Right.
You were very
That's-
courteous.
And that's what
and
you
that's
want.
what we want.
That's what you want.
You know,
That's
we
what you
want them to visit. We want them to feel welcome here in this city because they're going to communicate with some. There go communication again.
Right,
They're going
right.
to communicate with others.
That's right.
And say, man, it was a very nice place. Or whatever, through communication, whether they was going to get on their iPhone
Right.
or they was going to make a phone call.
Right. That's it.
That could have been a good thing or a bad
bad
thing.
thing.
Right.
Yeah, and what's a good thing there for your name? There it go right there.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
That's Captain
right.
Swanson.
Yeah.
Come back
Oh,
to
we
share.
introduced
There it
ourselves.
is.
Yeah.
There's
There
no
it
doubt
is.
about it. We made sure
You know
we
what I mean?
took care of
You
them.
want to
Right.
you want to be reported like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Yeah.
Report me like that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's how you want to be reported.
No doubt about it.
He helped me out. He took us this. He showed us how we do this. This is blah blah. That's what you do as a police officer, man.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about
That's
it.
your
But it
job,
was
man.
fun. It was
fun. Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But the approach of how the sheriff police is totally different
Right.
than most I've been around.
Right.
Because when you're part of the community, you don't have to work hard because everybody already know you.
Absolutely.
And you're just doing it without effort.
That's right.
Now, when you're faking the funk on a nasty dump,
Yeah. Whoa, I like that. Taking the funk on a nasty dunk. I like that.
you-
Hey, that's a good one.
That's a good one. I ain't never heard that
That's a
one.
good one now.
I
That's a
ain't
good
never
one
heard
now.
that one. That's a
you're
good one.
going to
now.
piggyback off somebody already what they're doing. You're going to piggyback off. You're going to ride them and you're going to ride them.
Absolutely.
And that kind of thing is you're going to take credit for some of the stuff that they do.
Absolutely.
And the truth going to come out.
That's right.
The truth going to come out that they're not doing it. So, but anyway, all of the efforts, there's going to be some great efforts that's going to be coming out in the pipeline very, very soon, especially for our SAP program, the real SAP program. It's going to be coming out very soon. And not only that, his AED program, and he ain't talking about all that yet, but it's going to be something spectacular because he's always thinking about the community and how can we make this community once again great.
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 Right.
Well, one good thing, and you hit on it.
Yeah.
And I know one good thing about you, and me, the great thing is you care about the community.
Right.
Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be sitting here today.
Absolutely.
And I know Captain Swanson loves this community. He was raised in this community. I know you love the community because you're raised in the community. And you did a great thing by bringing this show together, man.
Yeah.
And it was all about the community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You did a great thing by sitting here every night, and you're still doing a great thing.
Right.
And your efforts as a DJ, your efforts working, on the campus, your efforts doing the things you do. Hey, man, you care about the community.
Got to.
You look at Captain Swanson here. I can talk to him every day about programs we're trying to do and sit down and ask him, what can we do for this community?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And he has some really good ideas. And they're going to see in a little bit some other things we have in place, which is great, but it's all about the community. And I appreciate all the words you're saying.
Right.
But we're going to keep on developing and trying to make this a better place.
Right.
And as long as we can work together, it's a great thing. And I know because I'm a smart man, some people we're not going to be able to work with.
Right.
But you know what? That's okay.
That's okay.
But if you really care about the community, you'll be part of the team that wants to get things together for the community and not for your own personal gain.
Right.
And that's what it's about. People are trying to do things for their own personal gain.
That's right.
And that's not going to get us anywhere.
That's right.
You know, it'll be a time that you can help yourself. It'll be a time when you shine. But right now, we got to lift up this community.
That's right.
We got
That
to
is the
bring
key.
everybody
That's right.
together. You know, you can sit there and say, oh, the sheriff just talking. He don't know what he's talking about. I'm a very smart person.
Right.
Very smart, man. I might act ignorant sometimes. I might act crazy sometimes when I need to, but I'm pretty intelligent. I know what I'm talking about.
Right.
And one thing about Sheriff Brunson, he know what he's talking about, and he cares about the community. Those two things you can't beat. Those two things you can't take away from me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I know people know that about me. People gonna say that man gonna speak his mind because I am.
That's right.
That's
But I'm
right.
gonna say it the right way.
That's right.
And then I'm gonna stand up for myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
You
a
gotta stand
person
up
that
for
don't
yourself.
back down. I'm,
That's right. Yeah.
I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not afraid to do what I need to do. And guess what? I got the law behind me.
Right.
You know, I am the sheriff. I got the law behind me. And you're gonna always find me trying to do right for the community.
That's
But I'm not a bully.
Right.
I love people.
That's right.
And I'm gonna talk to you right. Anytime you encounter me and my men, it should be a positive communication with us.
Right.
It always should be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I had somebody just text. I was trying to read what Miss Backdoor said, and she said community police work better when the community development of the police and community joins together.
Right.
And that's
right.
what we said
That's
earlier.
it.
Everybody got to join together.
That's right.
You know, the sheriff department got to work with the police department. The police department got to work with the sheriff department.
Right.
We got to work with Tuskegee University. We got to work with Tuskegee. We got to work with Shorter. We got to work with Franklin.
Right.
We got to work with the security at Busy Bees.
Yeah.
We got to work with the security at McDonald's. We got to work with the security at the complex.
That's right.
For one common goal.
Yeah.
And that's to keep everybody safe in this
That's right.
community.
That's right.
And that's what we have to understand. You know what I'm saying? That's what we have to understand. So we look at what's going on in the community. You got a sheriff, you got a police chief, you got a police chief in Shorter, you got a police chief in Tuskegee, you got a police chief in Franklin, you got a police chief at the university. We got police chiefs, we got captains, we got lieutenants.
Victory Lane.
I forgot Victory Lane.
Yeah.
Hey, she
Public
said Victory
safety
Lane.
guys.
Yeah, we got Victory Land, and we got those, and thank you for saying that, because they are part of what we're doing.
Yeah.
But one thing about it, the sheriff is in charge of all of them.
That's right.
And the sheriff has to do what's right for all of them.
Absolutely.
I don't downgrade the chiefs in this community. We got to all work together.
That's right.
Right.
The chiefs, all of them are very good guys. You know what I'm saying? So I got to try to make sure we all keep a good relationship with. I think we got a great relationship. I don't have no problem.
And set an example.
And
Well,
try to
no,
set an example.
No, you said it best. The sheriff sets the tone of how law enforcement goes in
Absolutely.
the community.
Absolutely.
And so that's when we talk about community relations, you know, that tone is set
Right.
by the highest law enforcement officer in the county.
Absolutely.
Okay. So they follow his lead. And I'm proud of my classmate here, Swanson, man. When I came back and I saw all the good stuff he's doing, I'm like, you know, this is community policing
That's right.
at its best.
Right, right.
When you're taking care of your family and your friends and the people in the community, and
Right.
you know these guys,
Right. And
you know,
them. That's right.
And
That's
you know,
the thing.
since we've been doing the show though, we have a lot higher profile than we used to do. We used to have.
Right.
When we talked about this last week when Chief was here talking about the website, the new website, and the history that's in the website, and those videos and the photographs are in there. This is how you build community relationships.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
By being visible,
Right.
being approachable,
Right.
and having those skills to be able to deal with people and interact with them in a positive way.
Right.
You know, and
Right.
you know, I know that law enforcement has got to win. They've got to win.
Got to win.
But they don't have to be rude.
No, you
and
don't-
these
definitely
guys,
don't have to be rude.
these guys are very polite.
Right.
You know, but they're gonna win.
Right.
They are going to win.
I have, you know, since we have started this show, man, I have talked to a lot of guys that's, street guys, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And those guys got a certain particular type of lifestyle that they live, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And they
Right.
said, since we've been, man, I listen to the show all the time,
Yep.
man. And they said, man, I'm changing my lifestyle
Yep.
right now.
Right.
I'm
That's
changing-
good.
Yeah,
They're
I'm
saying that
changing
to me
my
too.
life.
They're
Yeah,
saying that
I'm
to me
changing
too.
my
They
lifestyle,
are.
man.
Yep.
And if I wasn't, you know what I mean, if I wasn't a convicted felon, I would join the sheriff department. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm changing my life. I'm
You know,
switching
that's good
over.
to hear.
I'm switching
Right,
over, man.
right.
I want to do right.
Yeah.
I want to do
I
right.
hear a lot
I want to
I
help
hear
the
a lot of
kids,
that
man.
too. I do
Well,
too.
you know
know,
that's
Yeah.
what it's all
I'm hearing
about.
that too.
And speaking of community policing is going to take them to help the
It's gonna
community.
take them.
They
That's
are the
right.
main source,
Yeah,
bro.
right,
That's
that
right.
these kids follow,
That's right.
man.
That's right.
They
That's
follow
it.
these guys,
That's
man.
it.
And you know
they
those guys have a lot of experience.
Right.
That's
Whether
right.
it's bad experiences or good
Good experience.
experiences
Yep.
to share with the
That's
young
right.
people.
They can
Yep.
help us the most, man.
Yeah, that's it.
Because they
Yeah,
can
that's
tell
right.
these little kids. Because when I was growing up, you know what I mean, being a knucklehead,
Yep.
you know what I mean. You had those guys did what they did. You know what I'm saying?
That's
but
right.
they wouldn't let you do it.
They would
That's
let
right.
you
They
do
That's
will
it.
right.
whoop you. They will beat
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
They will
They
run
say,
you back
they
to
would
school.
say, don't
Right,
do
right,
And
right.
they would take you to school.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
talking
Right,
about?
right.
That's
They would not let you play hooky, brother.
Right.
You know what I
That's
mean?
right,
Because
that's
they
right.
said, listen, man, this stuff that I'm doing now, you're going to be the one that get me out of jail.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Yep.
You're going to
Yeah,
be
that's
the
true.
lawyer.
That's
You're
right.
going to be the doctor that cuts on me or giving me my
That's
medicine.
right.
You know what I'm
That's
talking
right.
about? You're going to be the one. They're looking for the futuristic of
That's
these
it.
kids, bro.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Don't look
That's
at me
it.
what I'm
That's
doing. You
it.
know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't
That's
follow
right.
me.
Definitely right.
Yeah, they
definitely
throw rocks
Yeah.
at you, make you
Yeah.
go back. All
Yeah,
that stuff,
definitely
man.
right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
But you know one thing about what you just said, and I'm glad you said that, and it makes me feel good. If I save one person,
One person.
you know I've done a lot.
Right.
But I want to say more. I want to save more than one.
Right.
You know, now we're talking about saving everybody. We
Right.
want to pull as many people into the way we think about the community as we can.
Right.
Right.
You know, we need to have a great community.
Right.
It's unfortunate that we do have some criminals in the community.
Right.
But I still think these criminals can be rehabilitated.
They can.
Those
That's
guys
true.
down
That's
at the
true.
jail can be rehabilitated.
Right.
Hopefully they can think the way we think. Don't hurt nobody, man. Don't hurt nobody in this community, man. Don't take these people property. I have a very soft spot for the young and the elderly.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah,
us
me
middle-aged
too.
people
Yeah,
can
oh,
take
yeah.
care of ourselves.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
We can make decisions.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
for people that can't help themselves, the victims,
Right.
the weak
Yeah.
people, the people that need our help,
Right, right.
we feel stronger and more impelled to
Exactly.
help those people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And we got to continue to do that.
we
So
got
if I
to.
can pull you with me, which I know
Yeah.
I pull Pat with me, man, people don't know what Pat come down to the sheriff department and do.
right. Yeah.
People don't know that when I need something from Pat come fly that drone.
Right, right.
Yep.
When we looking to keep people safe, when we looking for people, when we looking for criminals, I can always call Pat.
Right.
Yep.
Man, Pat and Marcus put those drones up so quick.
Yeah.
You know, it makes it a whole lot easier and a whole lot safer
That's right.
for us.
That's right.
I got some great people that work
right.
at the
Yep.
sheriff department that's always willing to help.
Yep.
I put my guys up against anybody, and I ask them all the time, what's my mission statement? How do I feel about this community?
Right.
I had meetings with them last week. How do I feel about this community?
Right.
Y'all got to tell me what I think about the community, and I want y'all to think the same way that I think.
That's right.
You know I'm going to be upset if you have it out with one of my citizens.
Right.
Yeah.
You know I'm not going to like it if you disrespect the citizens.
Right.
You know you're going to have to come and sit down and talk to me if you disrespect them and you totally wrong.
Right.
Sometimes you got to tell them what you think.
That's
Now,
right.
We ain't no
Absolutely.
pushover.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you
right.
got to tell them what you think because we do have a job.
That's right.
But you better be correct when you tell them what
Yeah.
you think.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not saying you can say, don't y'all get this wrong now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can say anything to the officers and they going to sit there and take it because it ain't happening
It ain't happening like that. Yeah.
Because we going to be strong.
That's right.
I
That's
got a
right.
strong crew.
Right.
But they going to respect you.
That's right.
And they going to do what's right. You
Polite,
understand what I'm
but
saying?
polite but firm.
But we going to be firm.
right.
We got
That's
to.
right.
Yeah.
We have to. And you got to respect what we trying to do in the community.
it. That's
It
it.
has to be some form of law enforcement. Yeah, we're going to stop you when you're speeding. Yeah, we're going to try to catch you when you hurt somebody.
right.
Yeah, we're going to try to catch you when you breaking it home. We definitely going to try to catch you hurt one of these youngsters or the elderly.
Right.
You know, we going to do what's right. We going by the book to do it.
That's right.
But still, you got to understand what's going on. And I got to understand that things do happen.
Right.
I got to understand that you did this for a reason. I do understand. But if the law says you got to go to jail about it and let them determine what happened,
Right.
then we got to do that.
That's right.
But it's not because I don't care. It ain't
right.
because I don't sympathize with you, because I do know.
right.
And I do know that people going to try to feed their families no matter what.
No matter what.
You know,
right.
and I do know
You ain't
that what's
kidding.
happening now at Exit 38 and what's happening now at Victory Land going to help this community.
It's going to help it. Yes,
I
sir.
know
a whole
what
lot.
Joe is doing out there is
Oh,
going to
yeah.
help this
Oh, yeah.
community.
That's right.
Big shout
I
out to
already
Joe.
know that.
Joe Turner.
Big shout
You know
out
what
to
I'm
Joe.
saying? I already know that.
Can we get him a round of applause?
Macon
Exit
County.
38.
That's
We'll be right back after these messages, y'all.
Hey, Tuskegee, make sure you watch the Macon County Sheriff's Report with Sheriff Andre Brunson every day at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. on Tuskegee Virtual TV, Channel 181 in town, and Channel 19 on the TU campus. hosted by DJ Booty Rush. Be sure to check out our live stream every Thursday evening on YouTube at Tuskegee Virtual. We're keeping Tuskegee in the know.
And you know this. And you know man.
And you know this, man.
And you know this, man.
Hey, man, before we get back to that, let me say something to everybody here on Facebook Live. Acknowledge the people. Michael Lynch says hello. Mr. Brunson. Tina Reed says good. Dre. Brenda Brown says my daughter's a go. Phi Brown is watching. Hey, Phi Brown. Darren Mount is watching. How y'all doing? And Rita Kennebrew says we'll do to coming on the show. Willie Buddy Baker says howdy and how you doing? Bria Green is watching. How you doing, Bria Green? Phi Brown says hello, Sheriff Brunson and the crew. Hello to you, Miss Crenshaw. Our buddy, Miss Roberta Crenshaw, is watching, and she says good evening, gentlemen. And how you doing? Doris McGowan is watching. Hey, how you doing, Doris McGowan? Alberta Buchanan says somebody cheating, and I don't know, but it's one of the y'all. So enjoy, and I appreciate that, and I assure you that was Pat Wallace. Estosia Jackson is watching. How you doing? Sonia Moore Young is watching. How everybody doing watching
Tanya.
there? And I appreciate you, Tanya Moore, and all y'all for joining. T Young, T Moore.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all joining us. And Doris McGowan says, good evening, everyone. Brenda Brown says, not in Tuskegee, so I can't bring you any water tonight. And she says she's in Tallahassee with her daughter. Okay. Well, we're going to let you slide on that, Brenda Brown. Look at her. Look at Jordan over there smiling. Tony Denmark is watching. How you doing, Tony? Alberta Buchanan says, good evening to some hard-working guys, and we appreciate that. Right. Hey, family. Jackie Baldwin, how you doing? She's watching. Ella Cow says, hello, guys. Sheriff, do you know about all the stuff that happening on County Road 81? You know what? I saw that today, and I got a whiff of it last year, but the FBI did not let us in on that. Right. We knew that there was a trail of missing out there, but the rest of the stuff, and they didn't come and let us in on that on 81. So I don't know a whole lot about it. I think that's wrong that they came in and not even mention it to the locals. I know Chief called me today. Chief James called me today and said he had just heard, and he asked if I knew anything about it, and he wanted to share it with me. And I told him I saw it like he did on Facebook, and that they really didn't share that with us. And it's out in the county, but we knew about the trailer stolen, but didn't know about everything with the FBI. And I'm going to follow up on that and make sure we know what's going on out there. And a couple of weeks ago, the news people called me and asked me about it. And I told them I couldn't speak on it because I couldn't speak intelligently on it because I didn't know enough about it. Right. So I declined the interview because I didn't know nothing about it. Right. So that's what I know about it, but I definitely find out for you, okay? But I think right now it's vacant. Those people are gone, and I'm sure it's vacant right now. But that's what's going on 81. Okay. William Leonard, how you doing, Reverend Leonard? You doing all right? He says we support Tuskegee's finest. Cherry Jean Purifo Low, hey, my sister, how you doing? Enjoyed y'all visit. Tell John I said hello and thank you. Frank Lee says good evening, crew. Frank. And it's good to see my good achieving Kappa Alpha Psi brothers working together. And he's right about that. Mike Provo, my brother Mike is watching. Mike. How you doing? Mike does a great job. He says, what's up, Sheriff and Radio crew? Kiana, his beautiful wife, says Provo? Hello. Provo. Great people, great couple. Right. And good people. The Provosts. Roberta Crenshaw, I want to say that Tuskegee Community showed the families of murdered family members much love. This past weekend, and that was great from Muhammad and his family. Right. They talk about the murdered family members and things like that, which we try to talk about all the time. Yep. You know, to keep hope alive. Right. That we find these guys that committed these horrible crimes, and just let the families know we do care. Right. And definitely that's something that we have to cut down on here in this community, and I think we're doing a lot better job of that. Right. But he did a great job with the program the whole weekend. Right. And I was glad to be a part of that. And also Chief Frazier was a big part of that too. And I don't see Chief Frazier on here tonight, but he did a great job and always does a great job with what he does. Oh, yeah. Okay. Cherry says, good evening, Sheriff Courtney and crew. Let's see. He said, good evening, crew. Let's see. Okay, he said something about Kappa Alpha Psi working together, keep our community safe. And that's from Frank again.
Okay.
Teresa Gaucher is watching. How you doing?
The noobs are in the house.
Betty Richardson Johnson's watching. How you doing? Johnny Ware's watching. Frank Lee and everybody watching. We appreciate that. Johnny Ware says hello. Kiana is waving at us. Jalen D. Hey, Jalen, how you doing? Clapton, he says hello, Sheriff. Monique Smith LaCour. Hey, Mr. LaCour, how you doing?
Cool.
And
What's
Mr.
up,
LaCour
Monique?
and her husband did a great thing. I sure appreciate you sending Courtney some flowers on her birthday. You know, those are some great people over there.
Right.
Mr. LaCour and Mr. LaCour.
Cool.
Great
What's
team
up?
over there at the Sheriff Department. Pastor Robert says hello, Sheriff Brunson and all the deputies. Cherry Purifo says, yes, big shout out to Sheriff doing a really good job, and I appreciate that. Nikki Hall is watching. Pastor Robert says, that's right, Sheriff, do your job. You are doing a great job, and thank you. John Polo Parker is watching. Hey, John. Ella Kyle says, I think you're all doing a great job. Thank you. Joe Turner says, Sheriff, thanks. Exit 38 Travel Center closes tomorrow. Okay. $7.2 million investment with Huddle House, Greyhound, Shorter Restaurants, almost finished. Popeyes at Exit 38 is starting next week.
Okay.
Jobs and hope is here. Economic development is here now. Let's be positive and hopeful. Thanks, Sheriff, for keeping our people engaged. Joe Turner.
That's right.
And thank you, Joe, for
Appreciate
all the hard
it. Go,
work
Joe.
you do.
Shout out to
Let's
Joe.
give Joe another round of
Give Joe a
applause.
shot.
Definitely thank you, Joe.
Economic development.
Yeah, economic development does a great job, and we really appreciate you staying with us, Joe. You're always watching the show and keeping us abreast.
Right.
And we won't forget that, and won't forget what you're doing for the community.
Absolutely.
Definitely appreciate that, and never had a bad word from Joe Turnham.
Right.
Joe Turnham, good guy.
Good guy.
All right.
Need to get him back on the show, too.
We need to get him back on the show so we can talk
Joe,
about that.
come on
Hey,
the show. Yeah, we can.
I got Marcus Walker
We need to
watching. Hey,
update.
Marcus, how you doing?
Marcus, what's up?
Great young lieutenant, investigator, always working hard. Appreciate everything you do, Marcus.
Right.
Tim Phillips is watching, another one of my investigators. He does a great job. He's K-9 officer.
Okay.
He does a great job.
Big shout to Tim.
You're going to see Tim in the schools, every day now. And that's a
Okay.
great thing with the
Okay.
dog in the schools. So y'all be careful because that dog will be in the schools every day.
Sniffing
With
it
Tim.
down.
Watch out
Sniffing them
now.
out.
Yeah.
Watch
And
out.
I know Marcus can't wait. We got a secret here, so we're not going to talk about that, Marcus. We'll bring you on the show when the secret comes,
Okay.
Marcus.
That's right.
know
That's
you're
right.
excited, baby.
Yes, sir.
And Provo, too.
Okay.
Frank Lee say thank you, Sheriff and Captain Swans, for supporting emergency management. And we appreciate you, Frank, and we all got to work together on that. And I always say that Captain Swanson is the piece that we needed for that emergency management that connects us together
Absolutely.
to do all these things. And Frank, you do a great job too. Melvin Hover, that's my cousin down in Florida. How you doing, cuz? You doing all right? Thanks for watching the show. Need to check us out, cuz. Come see us sometime. Appreciate that. Justin Eccles, hey Justin, how you doing? How you doing, Angie Hamilton? You doing all right? She says,
Angie,
hey y'all.
classmate.
What's
Polo
up?
Polo
What's up?
say Bronson making it safe for 4-6. What it do, DJ Rush?
That my
Yeah,
nephew.
right.
That's
All
my
right.
nephew.
Journey Chappelle is watching. How you doing, Journey? You doing all right? And she says, hey to everybody. Lisa Thickpen Tigney is watching. How you doing? Ella Kyle said, yes, I told him it was very scary stuff. And one day I want to talk to you about that. Okay, and we can definitely talk at any time, okay? And I'll get more information. If y'all see anything else, y'all let us know. Marcus here says, what's up, Sheriff? I'm just getting in. Okay, brother, we appreciate that, Marcus. And like I said, we got a secret, and we'll let you come show it when you get here. And Lisa Tigney said, you're doing a great job. Appreciate that. And she says, Sheriff, Quinice Shepard. Hey, Quinice, how you doing? That's one of my young deputies.
Okay.
Miss Shepard from Shorter.
Okay.
She is doing a great job. She came in from Montgomery, and she's one of the great young officers I have, which I have a number of them.
Okay.
But she does a great job, and she's a person that's in the community, loves this community, and she's from Shorter, Alabama.
Okay.
So hello, Quinice. Thanks for
Quinice.
joining us. Ms. Tigney says, thanks for your hard, diligent work, and I appreciate that. And she says, thank you for your wife for her hard work and supporting you. And I appreciate that, too, and I appreciate Courtney joining us. And she's always here with me, and that's a blessing.
Right.
And
That is true.
I don't get to see my wife much during the daytime, because we're both working all the time, and have to respect that.
Right.
But One day she gonna retire. She can be with me every day, all day.
right.
Okay.
But she does a great job. I do get to see her during lunch sometime. Right. We'll catch lunch every now and then. But she does a great job of what she's doing with the school system. And saying that, hey, Dr. Brooks, how you doing? Dr. Brooks is
Dr.
watching.
Brooks in the building.
Hey,
Dr.
man,
Brooks.
Dr. Brooks is a hard-working superintendent.
yeah.
And she's jumping out of airplanes.
Hey, she jumping out of airplane. Man, she jumped out of airplane. Man, I can't believe
She's
that,
jumping
man.
out of airplane.
Hey,
Jumping out of airplane.
she did something that I won't do. She did something I won't
You
do.
ain't gonna jump out of plane,
But
Sheriff.
man, please. But Dr.
Swanson, you
Brooks,
jumping?
you know. No, buddy. But I want to say and give. Can we give Dr. Brooks a round of applause?
Yeah, give a big round of
Give her a
applause.
round
yeah.
of applause,
There she
yeah.
go in the building, y'all.
Dr. Brooks is another person that really cares about these kids in this community.
Right.
And, you know, we constantly talk about our plans and how we can help each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm definitely in support of the school system and the kids. One of the new things that we have done that we're just getting started, I have to say also thanks to Tommy Miller for his help and what we're trying to do. But we bought some monitors and put them over in the 911 buildings, and Dr. Brooks is getting us hooked up with the software.
Okay.
So now my dispatchers will be able to watch inside the schools.
Oh, yeah,
To
okay.
help monitor and see what's going
wow.
on to keep our kids safe.
Absolutely.
And that's something that we talked about and something I thought about, and we came together, myself, Dr. Brooks, and Tommy Miller, like I said, helped a lot on this.
Wow.
And we came up with the software, we came up with the TV, we came up with the computer. I think I bought the television screen. Tommy bought the computer, and Dr. Brooks came up with the software.
Okay.
So it's an endeavor that all of us are close to because we all care about these kids.
Right.
Now, if you can sit and watch these kids while you're doing your job, we have a plus. The more eyes on our kids in these schools, the better it'll be.
Absolutely.
We're not trying to be nosy. We're not trying to run the schools.
Yeah.
We just trying to make it better.
That's right.
So if anybody negative about that, I mean, y'all have to deal with that in your own heart.
Too bad. So
Yeah,
sad.
but we're gonna do whatever's best for the kids.
Make it safe for them,
And
man.
that's what we're trying to do, and we came together for that. So thank you, everybody, for that. But these are just, you know, a couple of programs that we are doing. And like I say, me and Dr. Brooks talk constantly about training and about keeping these kids and this community safe, because she's a superintendent that don't just think about the kids.
That's right.
She
Right.
think about the community.
Absolutely.
And her programs are geared toward the community just like mine are.
Right.
So that's a great thing, and she's a great person. So I have to say thank you to Dr. Brooks.
Okay.
Thank you to Tommy Miller for his help in that, and Tommy has been helping us on some other projects we'll talk about later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Looks
Lisa,
like we are running out of time,
Uh-oh.
too, y'all.
Lisa says, fine, love y'all, and thank you. And she says amen to what I said, and she said that's good. So
Yeah.
thank you, everybody. And I know Captain Sponsor has something to say real quick. We got to hurry up. So, Cap, go ahead, Cap. We took some time from you.
You sure did. Took all my time. No, it's just one last thing in closing. What I wanted to say about the community relations, and to be a true community servant, just like how we are. And there's four things that I love to talk about, and one of them is that your identity of being part of this community.
Right.
And the second one is, well, in saying identity, there's lack of identity.
Right.
There really is. Because I can elaborate on that, but time, of course.
Maybe we'll come back next week.
Come back on that.
The trust that the community will bring the value.
Right.
Now, we don't value it because we throw trash down the exit 38 in our community,
Oh,
but you
yeah.
won't do it in nobody else's community.
Right.
So, in other words, you don't value this place even though you live here. And these four-wheelers, sooner or later, we're going to have to deal with those too.
Right.
We already know that. We want you to have fun.
Right.
But you running people off the road,
Right.
man. You just can't ride through the city of Tuskegee like that. Running people off the road, running red lights, as if we don't have no law and order in this community. And it just don't look good.
No, it don't.
Value from the value standpoint of, do you really care about this community?
That's right.
You know, you see, and the little kids see that, they think they can do it.
You're right.
No, they can't do that.
That's right.
Also, how do they know how to participate? You know, are you getting out there setting a positive example so that they can
Exactly.
really participate and showing them the direction how to participate?
Absolutely.
And the very last thing is, what kind of reward? You know, these days people are looking for what I'm gonna get out of it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do it.
yeah.
But you got to think about the intrinsic part
Right,
of it,
right.
the value, what it merely means to you to get out there because you see paper, you pick it up. Well, I ain't put it down there, so I'm not gonna do it. You're not gonna pay. Well, that's not what we're looking for.
Right.
We're looking for that intrinsic, because the extrinsic will come. The reward will come at a later date.
Later date.
We're
There
thinking
you
about
go.
influencing people.
Right.
That's a mouthful there.
Right.
So we're
That's
looking
a
at
mouthful.
from the non-physical. You know, how we influence somebody to do right.
Right.
So we got a long way to go. And I appreciate it, man. But community relations is what we all
Community
about.
relations.
We got to
Hey,
get it back.
Hey, before we go, and I know she rushing us here, but I'm going to just say this, Cap Swanson, I'm going to invite you back next Thursday.
Yeah.
And let's just say part 2, because there's a lot of things that we didn't say.
A lot of
That's
things.
right.
And
Yeah.
we'll get more time to talk. So
That's right.
I'm going to go ahead and give my shout-outs. And tell Captain Swanson, I know he coming back next Thursday with us, and that's a great job with you and the Instigator, and you, Booty Rush, and your fans, and the people here in Macon County.
Thanks
I want to
for
give a
watching.
shout out to everybody in Macon County. I want to give a shout out to all law enforcement. I want to also give a shout out to my sheriff department. I'm talking about each department there. The jailers, my dispatch, my deputies, and everybody that worked with us in that sheriff department. I appreciate everybody. My office personnel, and I got to say something about Mary Davis, who had surgery 2 days ago, and she's home resting. So please, y'all, have your prayers out for Mary. She's a great person. Okay. She's a great assistant, and she's doing a great job. And got to also give a shout-out to old Bradley Chadwick.
Bradley.
Out there doing everything for
Watch
the sheriff
out now.
department, man. He's a great young man. And, you know, you take care of people that take care of you.
That's right.
You don't care how other people see them.
Right.
You take care of the people that
There
don't
you go.
take care of you, and you don't look down on nobody.
Nobody,
You know, you don't
man.
look down on nobody. But guess what? We just a step away.
Yeah.
Don't look down on nobody.
Yeah.
Young Bradley Chadwick, you a great guy, man. I appreciate everything you do.
Right.
And I want you to know that.
Right.
I know that's right.
All right.
Well, I'm going to give a shout out to Jordan.
Jordan.
Yes, she's rolling solo again tonight. Shout out to Courtney Brunson TV.
CBTV.
You know it. Yes, I got to give a shout out to my mother, Alfreda Wallace, and my sister, Sarah Underwood. She's going through it. You know, we're still
Hanging in there.
We're still hanging in there. So, yeah, we're doing a thing. But, yeah, those are my shout-outs. I love my folks, and shout-out to Macon County, bro.
Appreciate that, Pat. Give a shout out to my mother. She's in Capitol Hill Rehab down in Montgomery.
Okay.
And supposedly I was supposed to go get her Monday. I'm going to bring her back to my house and take care of my mom.
Hey.
101, man.
That's
So
what
just
you
bring
do,
her back.
baby.
I'm gonna bring her
That's a
back.
blessing.
And to my sister who had surgery on her ankle, because normally she's the caregiver, taker or giver or whatever. But I'm going to have to step up to the plate now. So, but all the prayers for them too, I appreciate it.
Praying for you, brother.
All right. I want to give a big shout out to my wife and kids. I love you guys. Also want to give a big shout out to the guys at this station, 100.7 WBZ. That's the communicator, the co-pilot, and myself, the connector. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Macon County, man.
Yo,
Big shout out to Macon County,
Macon
man.
County.
We getting ready to have the Carver Festival this
Oh, yeah.
Saturday.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Oh, my
This
goodness.
Saturday,
That's
man.
right. That's right.
Bringing the whole entire
Yo.
county together, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's the 16th annual, man. Big
Yo.
shouts out to everybody putting this together. We're going to make this the largest, the biggest
Yeah.
Carver Festival in the history.
That's right.
In the history. That's
That's
this
right.
Saturday.
And
But
if you're not there, you square.
actually, it started today.
Yeah.
Thursday,
That's
Friday, and Saturday.
That's
Wow.
right. That's
yeah,
right.
actually started today.
That's
so
right.
big
I didn't know
shout
that.
out to the whole entire the steering committee. She
That's
correct
right.
me
The
on that.
whole
Yeah.
team.
Steering
The whole
committee.
team. That's right.
Oh, you want to say something?
Yeah.
One thing I forgot, and the first lady over there reminded me to give a shout out to my wife, Andrea.
Oh,
I apologize
Better do
for
that.
boy.
Oh, yeah, you gotta do that.
And
Shout
my
out to
daughter.
Courtney, too.
Yeah, and a shout out to
Courtney, I
my
always
daughter,
tell you
man.
that, though.
My daughter,
I
Darian,
always
she's in the
tell you
9th grade. She's doing extremely well, all A's, man.
Yeah, that's
And
good.
got inducted into the National Honor Society
Wow.
this past.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
great,
yeah.
man. That's great.
So she's doing
Always
good.
been smart. Always been
Oh,
smart.
man,
yeah.
I appreciate those teachers
That's
now,
great.
man, because
Yeah.
they're really good at BTW.
Right.
That's
right.
good. That's great.
That's what's
Also,
up.
people,
All right.
now, to the fourth, what I was talking about, you know what I'm saying, for you guys.
Interrupted you, huh?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But you forgot that. But anyway, we're going to go back to the Carver Festival.
Yeah.
Big shouts out to everybody putting that together. And also, I want to give a big shout out to the group here, team here.
Yeah.
CVTV,
Good job.
Jordan. The last time that we'll be seeing
Tiger Time.
Tiger Time.
Yeah.
Big shouts out to them as well.
Yes.
And the community relationship, man. I mean, I really think, man, that we need to get back to that. And one of the things we need to get back into a sense of pride, man. I mean, man, Tuskegee,
Yeah,
man, we
you're
used
right
to have
about
so
that.
much pride.
That's right.
When you used to say Tuskegee,
That's
your
right.
chest go out like a
That's
superhero,
right.
bro.
That's right.
Anywhere you go, I'm from Tuskegee.
Yeah.
Your chest go out, bro. You know what I'm talking about? We need it back.
That's right.
You don't want to say I'm from Tuskegee and your head go down.
That's
That's how
right.
it is. You know what
That's
I'm
right.
talking about?
Yeah,
But back in
right.
the day, that's how it was,
Yeah.
bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need that sense of pride back,
That's
man.
right.
Yeah.
Take care of our city, man. Take care of our people, man.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? And
That's
make this
it.
a better place.
Make it a
All
better
There it
place.
is.
We glad we got this platform here so we can get this out to the community,
That's
man,
right.
and to the people that really need to know this and stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right.
So we up out of here, man. This is May this 2nd, 2019. This is the first sheriff report of May. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's
we're gonna
it.
continue this part
That's
2.
right. Next
we
week.
ran out of time.
We will be here.
We'll be
We're
here
out of
next-
time.
We ran out.
Oh,
We
yeah.
out of time, man. We got to cut it in half or something. But we'll see you guys back next week. Love y'all, Macon County, and exit 38.
Hey,
It's gonna be
Peace.
great.
Peace.
Exit 30.
Oh,
We out.
yeah.
Peace out.